Hi, welcome to JJ's Productions. We've got another Hitman 2 video, this time from Miami, and we're doing two challenges, Better Burn Up Than Fade Away and Coconut Balls. Now, the first one is a challenge that cannot be done Silent Assassin, so I'm sorry if you're looking for a Silent Assassin video, but unfortunately I just don't know how you can do that, short of subduing about 5 or 6 people. So, besides that, we're going to just play through the challenge. So, first things I'm doing, I'm grabbing a wrench as you've seen, and I'm going to take out the surveillance. So just go down here, we're going to actually subdue the guard in the room, and we're going to throw the wrench at him to do so. So just take aim, throw the wrench, and we're going to just hide his body in the closet nearby. Simple reason we're doing this, I want a pistol. I want to be able to distract a guard later on when I need to get him out of the area. So we're going to put the body in the closet as we said, shoot the surveillance, and from here what we're going to do is get a race marshal disguise. The reason being we need to end the race and disqualify Moses Lee, so that Sierra Knox will win the race. So we're going to go down here, we're going to equip a coin, and we're going to just basically distract the race marshal. So there he is, just throw the coin by the box, you'll go to investigate the coin, equip your wrench, and as soon as he's just past your line of sight, throw the wrench at him. You don't even have to throw it, you can do what I did, just go up behind him. So, now you've got that disguise. The difficult bit now is actually getting rid of the guard, well not the guard, the race marshal at the top, because it's an enforcer. This is what we brought the gun along for. We're going to place the gun just behind him, and then we're going to throw a coin just there as well. That way, he'll see the gun when he turns to look at the coin. He'll go to report the gun, and whilst he's going to report the gun, we can actually disqualify Moses Lee. So, hide behind here, you can crouch and just vault over once he's passed by. I actually thought he was going to find a guard inside, and then I saw him stop. So if that's the case, just wait for him to turn around. And then make sure you pick the gun up, because there is another guard we need to use it on. So again, pick the gun up and the coin. Blend in using the flag, and as soon as you get the prompt, disqualify Moses Lee. From there you can leave the cutscene or leave the blend, and we're going to get the previous disguise back on. You don't necessarily have to do that, but I found it just a little bit better. In the meantime, we're actually going to just set up the Sierra kill. So turn this pipe thing and use the wrench. Then we're going to turn these dials up, so just go to each one individually, press your corresponding button, which in my case is triangle. It turns the valves all the way up to maximum and it creates the explosion. So Sierra is pretty much dead now. I believe there are 2 non-target kills down to this method, and I just got no idea how you can actually get rid of the 2 non-targets, so maybe in time I'll work it out, but just right now I think it's a lot of effort to go through, just in the sense that, yes, it's possible maybe, but yeah, right now I think it's just best playing the safe route, which is just do the non-silent assassin approach. So I've got back into this disguise, and it's for a simple reason, I'm going to change disguises anyway. I'm going into this room to get some emetic poison. I'm also going to get a speedboat key for a quicker exit. So there's emetic poison over here, and there's a speedboat key just over here. So once you've done that, you can leave the little hut, and we're going to go and get Florida Man's disguise. So we're going on the little pier. We're going to just drop a gun around this little area where the guard will walk, so that he'll go and take it away. Once he's seen the gun, we're going to actually distract Florida Man by placing a coin by the crate. The idea being he'll go to investigate the coin, we can knock him out with a wrench, and from there all we've got to do is just wait before we can change disguises. The reason we have to wait is because there's an NPC who just happens to be looking, so I'll show you what we do. So there we go, knock him out, pick him up, drop him in the crate, and just as I turn around you'll be able to see that there is an NPC looking directly in this area, hence why I didn't change disguise. So he does wait there a while. The only way I can describe him is he's a troll. He is an NPC designed to just sit there and catch you out, which he did do the first time I played this. So best thing I can advise, just be patient. I really wish I could say you could try and do some neat pistol trick, because you probably could, But the trouble is, you could also alert guards in the nearby area. So the best thing I can say, just wait a couple of seconds till he turns around and change disguise. On a little side note, I think they did Florida Man brilliantly just with those flies around him. I mean, it's not great to see in the clip I've got because it's only 1080p, but I imagine if you've got 4K resolution or 4K output, I imagine it looks really good. So it sort of makes me want to actually get a 4K TV and a 4K resolution just for that purpose. But yeah, full credit to the developers there, that's a very good disguise. So, I'm changing disguises again now. Simple reason being, I've got no purpose for Florida Man for a bit. The challenge to actually kill Robert Knox via Florida Man is about 6 minutes away, and Sierra's still a bit off as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward until I change back into the Florida Man disguise. So I'll see you in a minute. So once Sierra and Robert have had a little chat, we're not going to follow Robert, but we are just going to shadow him out. It's the idea that we're pretty much done now, because Sierra will kill herself, well, or she will die. So there isn't a lot to do now, because the thing is, Robert's kill is very dependent on him going down to the Florida Man store. And to do that, he has to come upstairs first. So it's a little bit of a pain. It'd be ideal if you could do it based on sight, you know, but I think the idea is Robert sees the Florida Man stall and then comes down, and you can't do that earlier if I've tried this correctly, because he goes down to see Sierra. So it's not like he can already activate this and then Sierra will blow herself up and he'll be on his way down here. As far as I can tell, you can't combine the two, unfortunately, so it's just a case of you go let him meet Sierra, then come and poison the coconut balls, and then Robert comes down. So it's not very time efficient, I'm afraid, but what we can do is just take a look at what's happening with Sierra right now. Because, as you can see, she's on the podium, and just as I activated Instinct, the picture-in-picture showed up, so you can see her just celebrating, and soon enough she has a big kaboom. There we go. So yeah, it was a fun little challenge that. I do wish there was less non-target kills, but you can't really help that with explosions. It's just sort of how Hitman works. There were quite a few in Hitman 1, so it's not like a massive surprise that this is how it is. As you can tell, Robert Knox has just seen that Florida Man's unit or his food stand is open, so that's why he's coming down. So what I'll do is I'll fast forward until he's actually at the stall. So I'll see you in a second again. So here comes Robert. Now, I am going to do this challenge again at some point, but instead of using emetic poison, I'll use lethal poison. So if you see this in another video, the reason I'm going to repeat it is simply because I think this will be just an easy way to kill Robert. You know, if you're just sort of desperate for a quick way of doing it while you're doing something else with Sierra, I think actually using lethal poison on these coconut balls is a good way to actually get rid of him. Not to mention, I think there is another challenge that requires killing him with a shark or a fish or something pretty much where Florida Man was found. So I will probably have to repeat this challenge a little bit. So yeah, it seems quite one of the, a bit like in Bangkok how you use the exterminator for a few challenges. I think Florida Man may end up a bit like that. But it could still be fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the pistol, I'm going to throw a coin so he sees the pistol, and that'll take the bodyguard out of the way. It does take about 10 seconds or more for him to actually leave the area because NPCs are NPCs, they have to report everything, they have to react to all shots and everything. So yeah, we can't just push him in the water. But as soon as we know he's a safe distance away, we're going to just push him in the water. That's really the only way I can think to actually kill him, to be fair. I don't think doing anything else will be practical. So yeah, it's a pretty safe bet of a way to kill him. So yeah, push him in the water, kill completed. And as I said, we're going to leave by speedboat, so it's a nice short exit. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, could you please leave it a like? If you're enjoying Hitman 2 and want to see more videos, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to release as many challenge videos as I can as soon as I'm getting through the game. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Josh from JJ's Productions. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.